the oxygen gas through their nose. Now, you can see that their nose is directly connected. Their nasal passage is directly connected with a pouch-like thing that is their lungs. It is their lungs. So once they breathe through their nasal passage, the air directly goes to their lungs. The air directly goes to their lungs. Okay. So this is called inspiration. This is called inspiration or inhalation. I hope you remember we studied about this. I hope you remember we discussed about this previously, that what happens in breathing. There are two simple steps in breathing, right? Breathe in and breathe out. When you are breathing in, that is called inhalation or expiration, inspiration. And when you breathe out, when you take out the air, that is called expiration or exhalation, exhalation. Okay. This is what we have studied in the previous classes. Check it. Now listen to me very carefully. So what happens? What happens when the frogs are on land? They are taking the air from the outside. They are using their nose to breathe. So once they are getting the air through their nose, the air is directly going to their lungs. The air is directly going to their lungs. So when they are breathing the air, the lungs are expanding, the lungs are becoming bigger. And then they absorb oxygen. They absorb oxygen. This process is called inspiration or inhalation. So the process of breathing in the air is called inspiration or inhalation. Now, when the frogs have to breathe out, when they have to breathe out the air, they take all the oxygen from the, they take all the air, they take all the air from the lungs and throw out through their nose. Through their nose, through their nasal cavity, they take out all the gases or all the carbon dioxide. They breathe out. This is called expiration or exhalation. Okay. So once the frog has completed the respiration, they have to breathe out. Now they have to breathe out. So they take all the gases present in the lungs, they take it out through their nose outside in the atmosphere. Okay. So just like us, just like we do breathe in and breathe out, the same way frogs can also do breathe in and breathe out. But when they breathe through their nose, the air in the frog's body, the air is directly going in their lungs. And when they breathe out, the air from the lungs is directly moving out of their nose. This is called expiration or exhalation. So this is how frogs are using their nose and their lungs. This is how the frogs are using their lungs to breathe. Okay? But this is the second process. There is a third process too. There is a third process through which the frogs can breathe from the surface of their mouth. From the surface of their mouth, from the lower surface and the upper surface of the mouth cavity, from their mouth cavity, they can breathe. They can breathe. But how exactly the frogs are breathing through their mouth? Let me tell you. Whenever the frogs have to breathe through their mouth, whenever they are opening their mouth, the gases are also going inside their mouth. Okay. The air or the gases are also going inside their mouth. Now their mouth, the surface of their mouth is directly connected with the blood vessels. आपको पता है? The surface of their mouth is directly connected with their blood vessels through the pipelines through which the blood is flowing. Okay. So when the frogs, they fill their mouth with air, when they fill their mouth with air, the oxygen from that air, the oxygen from that air in their mouth, the oxygen will be directly absorbed in their blood vessels. That oxygen gas, that oxygen will be directly absorbed in their mouth surface and inside the blood vessels. Then the oxygen will mix up in their blood and transported in their entire body. This is what happens. Okay. So let me repeat again. Whenever the frogs are breathing the air through their mouth, whenever the frogs are opening their mouth, when they open their mouth, the air goes inside, the air goes inside their mouth. Okay. The air will go inside. And this air is also containing oxygen, right? This air is also containing the oxygen gas. So oxygen is also going in their mouth. Now, the surface of the mouth, the surface of their mouth, it is directly connected with the blood vessels. Okay, it is directly connected with their blood vessels through which the blood is flowing, through which the blood is flowing. So when the frogs, they take oxygen in their mouth, when they take oxygen gas in their mouth, the oxygen will be absorbed by their blood directly. The oxygen will go to their blood vessels and directly it will be absorbed in their blood and transported in their entire body. And when they have to breathe out from the blood, CO2 will come, CO2 will go in their mouth and they breathe out CO2. The same process will happen in opposite manner. Okay. So now beta, you understood how exactly frogs are breathing through their mouth, How exactly frogs are breathing through their mouth? Because at the surface, at the surface of their mouth, they have blood vessels. They have blood vessels at the surface of their mouth where the blood is flowing. Right here at the surface of their mouth, they have blood vessels from where the blood is flowing. Okay, so when they keep the air inside of their mouth, they can absorb the oxygen in their blood, and from their mouth they can take out the carbon dioxide. Okay, very good. This is how the exchange of gases happens in the frog. All right, very good, very good. Now, let's solve one question. Let's solve one question. Now, listen to me very carefully. Now, throughout the history, the frogs have evolved a lot. So, what adaptation enables the frogs to live both on land and water? How the frogs have evolved? What are the adaptation in frogs through which frogs can live both on land and water? A. Frogs have gills. B. Frogs can use their skin, their moist skin, to get oxygen which is present in the water. So, when they are in water, they can use their skin to breathe. Frogs have lungs. They can use their lungs when they are on the land. When they're on the land, they can use their lungs to breathe. Or both both B and C are correct. So, what are the adaptations through which frogs can survive both on land and on water? Okay, everybody. So, go on. I want each and every one of you to participate and answer this question. Go on, everybody. Okay? Go on. Keep it up and submit your answer. That's not Aaron, beta. That is Levi. That's not Aaron. That's Levi. Now, make sure that you give your answer. Okay? Yes, Aditya. Keep on going, kids. I want each and every one of you to participate in this one. This should be very simple. I have started the timer. 10 seconds left. Go on. Kids, read all the statements carefully and answer your question. You will get coins, beta. Don't worry. I will distribute the coins later. Now, what are the adaptations through which frogs can live on land and water? Beta, frogs, they don't have gills. Frogs don't have gills. Frogs can use their skin, their moist skin, to breathe underwater. This is correct. Frogs can use their lungs to, when they are on land, they can breathe using their lungs. This is also correct. So option B and option C are correct. That's why the correct option is option D. Both B and C are right. Both B and C are correct. Okay. I hope it is clear. It was a very important NSO level question, a previous year NSO question. I hope you understood. Now, keeping that in mind, let's move on and let's discuss about the process of breathing in fish. Are you all ready? We are going to learn how exactly the process of breathing happens in fish. Okay, so let's take the help of the Nemo and let's understand how exactly breathing happens in fish. ठीक है? तो बेटा fish कैसे breathe करते हैं आपको पता है? How exactly fish are breathing? They are breathing with the help of the gills, right? आप सबने सुना होगा, you must have heard about this, that fishes have gills and with the help of gills they can breathe. Now I'm going to teach you today how exactly the gills function. How exactly the gills of the fish, it functions for breathing. So let's understand quickly how exactly fish use their gills to breathe. So respiration in fish takes place with the help of gills. So fishes are actually breathing with the help of their gills. Okay, most of the fish possesses gills. Majority of the fish, they have gills at the sides of their head. So suppose this is the head of the fish. At the sides of their head, at both the sides, दोनों तरफ, head के दोनों तरफ, at both the sides of their head, fishes have gills through which they can breathe. So you can see at the side of their head. Okay, let me show you. At the side of their head, this is called this feather-like structure. This feathery structure that you see here at the side of their head, this is called gills through which fishes can breathe. Okay, now there are some parts present in the fish's body that you should know about. Okay, this feather-like structure present in the fish is called gills filament. Is called gills filament, this feather-like structure. So let's discuss about it. But what we just discussed, that fishes are breathing with the help of their gills, and on both sides of their head, fishes have these gills. Okay. Now, if you want to understand this, you have to pay attention, everyone. Okay. Now, gills are tissues or structures made up of feathery structures called gill filament. These gills at the side of their head, The gills are actually made up of a feather like structure, and we call this feather like structures as gill filament. Do you know what is this feather like thing? This feather like thing. This is what I just showed you. ये जो आप diagram देख रहे हो ना, this particular part at the side of their head, this red color feather like thing, this pinkish reddish feather like thing. This is called gill filament. If you zoom it, it will look like this. This is called gills filament. Gills filament. Okay, this is what it looks like, through which fishes can breathe. Okay, this gill filament or the gills, it provides a large surface area so that fishes can breathe more oxygen. Okay, more oxygen. So this gill filament, this entire feather-like structures, it provides more area, more surface area, so fishes can breathe